Alright, so thanks out to Ford Fix, I believe it's called. Save $1,000 fan defrost. Going away in deceleration or something like that. So I went ahead and did the same thing he did. Duplicating his, bought a little check valve, bought a little reservoir. My hose is already under there. Let's see if I can hook up to it. Let's see what I have to do here. Pull this thing off here. Pretty much. Now we got to take that off of there, and behind there's a spot where that's going to go. My hose I have down here. So it's connecting up the other line, so I'm going to have to hook a line from that. Let's see. So there's the vacuum line. It's going to go to that check valve, whichever side, probably the black side. I'll have to look at that. I'm going to have to look at his video again. And then the other line's going to hook up to that side with a little line coming down to the reservoir. Die mosquitoes. Alright, so let me get this thing off of here, and we'll see what's what. But I think we'll be able to hook it up just the way you did. Only change my position on my hose. I'll just leave it where I put it. Let's see how it works. Alright, our story so far. These screws, I use 5/16, but they're 8mm. This bolt back up here is a 10mm. I used a 3/8 drill bit to open that up so that the bolt will go in there. That's going to mount up there. In my case, I just clipped a little piece of tubing off. The black end gets the vacuum, so the black end's going to go in there. The other little piece of tubing is going to go on the other side of it, and it's going to hook up to that, what is the manifold line. And then another little piece of tubing is going to go off of this bottom of the T there to the tank. It's just got a little nipple on it. So let me throw those in there, set it up in there, and we'll see. I got to spray all this stuff with WD-40. That's terrible. I don't like this rust. And then I'm going to paint that other panel that goes back here, because I hate that. Yuck. Alright, so we can't see mine really. That little black tube, I got it all tucked in behind. Almost have it all tucked in behind the carpet. And up under there, this little tubing comes up, back up under, and plugs in there. Got the bolt back up in here. Gonna need an extension. Do yourself a favor, use an extension when you're taking it out too, otherwise you'll end up like that, and you'll hit these things here. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna clean these things up, WD-40 these, prime and paint that other shield that goes on there, and we should be good to go. Quick review of the parts. Here is the reservoir, vacuum reservoir. Here's the check valve. Like he said, he was about on the money. It was like 38 bucks eBay. I forget where I got mine from. Let's see, does it have a name? Godin Ford, Las Vegas, Nevada. So I got both of them the same thing. So it's Godin Ford on eBay there, and priority mail today, free shipping, good to go. In case I had mentioned, it's 1/4-inch tubing. I think I use 1/4-inch fuel line, vacuum line, same thing. Not the plastic stuff the other guy used, but I'm gonna clean and prime the other thing, and we'll fire this thing up and do a test drive. Alright, so there she is installed up under there. nicely newly painted. Plate's gonna go up there, and then the trim will go on behind that, in front of that I should say. Then we'll go out and test drive it. I have hosed everything down with WD-40, so hopefully that's not gonna keep rusting like that. We'll see how we did. Alright, with everything installed, that sucker's up under there. Can't even tell. Alright. We're suffering from a severe lack of light. However, I'm going to talk you through this. So I don't know if you noticed, I don't think you can even see that. That little plastic tube, which is the line that runs up to the actuators, goes in this little 1/4-inch piece of hose, but it slides in there really nice and easy, not like the on the tank, which you have to really force it on it. In this check valve, you really have to force this hose over those little barbs on there. The reason that's important is because this is a vacuum system and it must hold a vacuum. So the fact that I could slide that tube into that rubber hose is not good. So I am going to use some Permatex number 2 gasket sealer, and I've got about 2 inches of engagement, it looks like, where I'm doing, which you can't see, but so I'm going to go ahead and start about a 1/4 inch back from the end of the plastic tube and run some gasket seal all the way around it for about 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to put a couple of little real tie wraps that have, can't see that, can you? Stainless clips in them. These are actually mil-spec'd. Not that it really matters in this case, but I just like using the real deal. I'm going to put a couple of those clamps around there too. So Permatex, this stuff's good enough for 50-60 pounds of oil pressure to keep gaskets from leaking. It'll certainly work on a few inches of vacuum. So that's very important, because if you don't do that, it's going to leak. You're not going to have a vacuum. It's going to be sucking air around that tube, and you're going to have the same problem they had before you put the little vacuum tank in there. So that's the long drawn out version. That's what I'm about to do. Just so you know, you need to seal if it doesn't fit really tight, and there are other videos which point that out to you, that it's got to be tight fit. They use smaller tubing, I think it is, but this tubing fits great, nice and tight on the check valve and on the tank. It's just here at this tube that I need to address, so I'm going to seal that sucker up, and that should take care of that. I hate to turn down Warren's Evon, but okay, here we go. I'm going to turn on the air to, let's see, we'll go to vent. So I got air blowing out. I'm going to go to defrost so you can see the pop-up. You catch that? Okay, there's the pop-up. And here we're going to go.